This is the Bedo Freedom 10X Challenge. $10,000 of my own money, one stock at a time. Can I 10X the $10,000 to $100,000, or can I get 10,000 subscribers first? Whichever happens first, that's when the challenge ends. That's it. My name's Jason. I've been trading stocks for a long time. I'm older than I look. This is my own money. I'm going to show all the trades I do, and I'm going to show you the rules and how we're going to get there. Here's what the series is. I'm going to start with Robinhood, which I've never used. I've deposited $10,000 of my own money. I'm only going to trade one stock in that account at a time. And I'm going to try and 10X from $10,000 to $100,000. If people subscribe, maybe the series will end early, but I'm going to see what happens. I'm doing this publicly. I'll post weekly about the stocks, how they did and why I sold them. I'm going to use good risk management, and hopefully I can make this happen and earn a bunch of money. This is a documented challenge, not a promise of returns. I don't want anybody to shadow trade me. I will be going through all the trades, the reason I did them, and what they mean, and why I think they're good trades, good or bad. What the outcome is, good or bad. All right, so $10,000 of my own money. I won't be withdrawing any of this money. It will just stay there. This challenge is designed to be transparent and infinite. One account, one scoreboard, one public result, 10X. Why am I doing this? I want to document a real challenge in public, not just talk about what stocks I think are good or bad. I want to show my actual trades. I'm using my own money. The amount is significant enough that I can afford to lose it, but that shouldn't happen with good risk management. I have a habit of owning too many stocks, and I think I could really benefit from a much more simplified investing approach, following my rules that I've learned over the past couple of years and seeing what happens. I also used to guess a lot in my trading and just go with gut feeling. And if you're a trader that doesn't really know the rules and how to make money in the stock market, maybe this will help you. And that's also a goal of this, is to help people that want to get ahead in life. This channel is called Bedo Freedom, and this is my channel about finding freedom in life, having a disciplined approach to investing, goal setting, peace, hopefully early retirement for me. You may not be at that stage, but if you are, maybe investing is a way that you can help get you there faster. Okay, so trade selection rules. I'm only going to buy stocks that are going up and to the right, and I will explain the setup, why I'm going for it. I will not average down into weak setups just because the price is falling. So what that means is no chasing falling knives just because they look cheap. Falling knives is when you see a stock that's going down and you're like, oh man, it's so cheap, I should buy more. And it keeps going down. I'm not doing that. I'm a reformed falling knife chaser. I will only have one stock, so no multiple stock positions, and I won't do any impulse trades without a defined thesis based on chart, news, or volume. So those are my three baseline criteria for the stocks I'm going for. So my initial entry will be 25% of my account. So since I have $10,000 in my account, which I'll show you in a little bit, I will start with $2,500 for the first buy. I can add up to 3 more times if the trade continues to work and hits the next add trigger. So this isn't dollar cost averaging in the normal sense. This is buying things that are going up and building a position bigger and bigger to catch the upside. I will use the same dollar size each time, so I might end up with less shares. I've already done one trade. I'm going to tell you what that is at the end of this video. But the first trade I did, I bought 16 shares. The stock went up a little bit, so the next trade I could only buy 15 shares. It's going to be based on Richard Dennis's Turtle Traders and buying it every 1R and setting defined stop loss below a certain range. Buy strength, not weakness. That's the main thing. Buy things that are going up. Stop buying stuff that are going down or might be someday. I will always set stops, so stops reduces my risk. I'm not really concerned about $10,000 going down to zero because I will be using good stop loss management. Every time I'm going to do the same type of trade. So if my account gets up to $30,000, my first investment will be 25% of that. So these will get to be pretty big purchases theoretically. And that's the goal to help me get there. The system matters more than the episode. So I'm here for making money, not to just get more views and clickbait stuff. I will show you my current account value. I will show you the buys, the stops. I can't guarantee I'll show you before I buy them. It might be after. I work full time. I'm not just sitting here all day, unfortunately, being able to do this, but maybe if I get enough subscribers, I can make money on YouTube. Maybe I will. I will also show the weekly YouTube growth so you can know if you're just having an impact or not. And any lessons learned, stock trading concepts and investing theory or knowledge that I've gained along the way. So it does not mean that this return target is normal, easy, or repeatable. You should use this as education, documentation, and entertainment. Research your own stuff independently before acting on it. Talk to a licensed professional if they need advice tailored to their own situation. Just because I'm investing something, do not invest in it necessarily yourself. And make sure that you understand the tax implications and everything that may come along with stock trading. That's the educational use only. Losses are possible. And if you don't use a good risk management, they can be pretty big. I've lost lots of money in the stock market. So pay attention to your own risk and understand what you're getting into. All right. So that's basically it. Public rules, public scoreboard. This is not to look smart. It's to document this process and hopefully make some money. So let's jump into my account. I'm using Robinhood. You can see that I started in June. So June 5th, I deposited $10,000, and that's just been sitting here in the investing account. I think I got some interest because I signed up for something called Robinhood Gold or something. Yeah, I've got Robinhood Gold here. Okay, so they paid me a little bit of account interest, whatever. So the first stock I already did, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. I did make as high as $300, but I sold because I got stopped out. Now I'm up $221 with one trade. I'm on my way. What is that trade you want to know? Let's go into Robinhood Legend over here to this account. Okay, so the trade that I did the other day was I bought SpaceX when it IPO'd. So I had a couple of cancels because it didn't work right. So I got filled of 16 shares. I think that was my first fill. Okay, so I originally bought 16 shares of SpaceX at $156. Then as it went up, I bought 15 more shares at $171.37. I think it went as high as I had a sell stop at basically slightly above my buy price, just in case I didn't lose any money in that one. And then I had my stop market sell at over my 156. So I'm out of the stock. I don't own it anymore, and I don't have any more shares of that. So why did I sell it? Why am I not buying back into that one? Honestly, I don't really trust IPOs. There's a lot of hype around this, but I think a lot of investors, institutional investors, don't really trust that the valuation is correct on this. So I'm a little leery that it's going to go up. A lot of IPOs have a thing where the very first day or two they spike and then they drop back down. So could it go up again tomorrow? Sure. I just don't have a high confidence in it, so I'm not going to get it. What are my next stocks that I'm going to look at for the coming week? I've got my 10X stock list over here. So here's the first four I'm looking at, and I'll talk you through them, why I think they're interesting to me. So I actually owned Rivian in my other account for a while, and I think I just got stopped out of it at like probably perfectly where it hit at like 14 something. But look, this has been consolidating for a while. Look at that. It's been in this range for, it's been in this range since 2022. And, obviously people chased Rivian initially here. This is a good example of the IPO story, right? This is the IPO story and what happens. This is why I don't trust IPOs. So this is in 2020, November. This thing, you couldn't even buy the shares. People were going crazy for it. Very similar to, and yeah, it really went up a lot. It went up a lot more than the $20 that SpaceX did. But then look at that. Down, 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 consolidated, down, 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 down. And then it's been in this zone ever since, right? Little jump ups. To jump up to 37 for a while. Back down, back down. Okay. So why is this consolidation stuff important? It's important because that means there's been a lot of just like, it's just going along at this range for a while. And you can see the volume. Let's see if I can get the volume here. Volume on this is not very bright. I can barely see it. Maybe I got to get a little closer. Okay. So it's had some pretty decent green days. Boom, 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 boom. Went up. So it went up from 12 all the way up to 17. That's great. Back down, and then you get your second chance, right? And that's what I'm hoping for. If I do this, I'm going to probably set a stop to buy above $17 and then see if it gets the continuation to keep going forward. And if it doesn't hit $17, that's assuming I'm going to buy this one. And then we'll see what happens. Okay. Second stop on the list, BTQ. Forget what BTQ does. What does BTQ do? Let's do some research here on finance. Let's go to. I should have done Perplexity Finance, but I'll go. I do like Perplexity for stocks and checking stuff. Sorry, Yahoo. Okay. Yeah. So this is a quantum technology play, commercialization. So look, quantum stocks have been in the news a lot. And BTQ, again, this has had a pretty good consolidation thing. So if I'm going to go back to the legend, let's scroll out. So a little bit, see, IPO went up, come back down. All right, but see, it's gotten over this lower area. So I almost bought this at 320 when it hit those threes, and I didn't, which would have been nice. That's like a 25-30% jump. I wish I would have done it, but I didn't. So I'm kind of taking a second look at this one. I like good volume. Same thing. It's kind of gone up, coming back, a little pullback, and then has a chance to go higher. Third on my list is Rigetti Computing. Seems like it should be pasta. Wow, look at that volume spike. That's friggin' solid. And that was the big news recently, that Trump was investing money in quantum stocks. So again, this is kind of above this realm. Good volume. That one's definitely high on the list. And then Poet. This one is really interesting to me. So this jumped up a lot. That is a lot. But if you bring this back down, look at this consolidation story. This thing has been in this channel of, it's pretty high, but I mean, there's your IPO spike. But yeah, this has been channeling for quite a while. Finally broke out of this right there, right? So the chart tells all. The chart tells you where, look at all that volume, dude. That is massive amount of volume. So that's pretty interesting to me. If I don't buy this in this one account, I might buy this in my big account. So that's the stock. So yeah, so far my portfolio is at 10,221 and going for 100,000. And stay tuned for my next episode. I will show you which one of these stocks I bought, which will be happening this week. I'm going to buy one of these 4. So be sure to like and subscribe if you want. If you don't want to see me hit $100,000 and you just want to see me hit 10,000 subscribers, go for that. This is my Bedo Freedom channel. You can see I have 0 subscribers. So like and subscribe. Look forward to sharing this journey with everyone and becoming financially free and finding freedom in life, however that is reflected. Thanks for watching. Bye.